What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another one of my music video reactions. We're taking a look at yet another debut from a Produce, well, this is Produce 48, of course, but we got to Produce one, or, you know, the first two seasons of Produce 101, IOI 101. Now we've got Aizwan, I believe is what they're called, and I've liked the previous two, or I have enjoyed the music from the previous two groups from this whole series, and so I'm anticipating that I'm, of course, going to enjoy this one as well. So we're going to do what I do in all of my videos, and I swear to God, we're going to continue making videos on a more consistent basis than once every week or so. I will not promise, but I promise that this is going to be a more consistent thing going forward. But we're going to do what I do, and I'm going to give you guys my honest first impression thoughts on it to let you guys know whether I like it or I don't. And then we're going to go into a little bit of a deeper review in the final half of the video. So make sure that you don't miss that. Watch this video all the way to the end. If you want to hear more stuff like that, though, subscribe to the channel because I got plenty more where this video comes from. So with all of that being said, let's get this song started. Huh, okay. Her vocal tone's a little interesting there. Not exactly what I was expecting. A little high pitched. Oh, I thought, okay. It's got a little bit, I was expecting that the chorus, or, you know, this part was gonna be something with a little bit more, you know, I don't know, personality and attitude and that stuff, but it does, but different than what I was expecting. I don't know, I'm not, the girl who's got lines, the second girl in the verse, I believe, I think she has the same in the first two verses. I don't know what it is about her voice and just the way that it sounds. It's really interesting to me. I like this part. This whole part, like I guess is the pre-chorus kind of thing. My favorite part of the entire song. I kind of wish that this whole part of the song, like this chorus bit, kind of had a little bit more, you know, punch to it, but. Oh, well, this went a different way. I thought for a second it was just gonna kind of like that bit was gonna be the outro, the song was just gonna fade out, but apparently they got different ideas for how they're gonna end it. Yeah, so that just kind of ended abruptly too. Not really like a song that is an immediate favorite. Like, I distinctly know that I was in love with the debut song from 101. Like, I distinctly remember that. I don't remember if I really enjoyed IOI or not when they debuted. I think I did. I don't remember specifically. But IOI's released good music. 101's released good music. I'm sure that these girls are going to release excellent music as well. Just through my first listen, I'm not entirely sold on this song. It just kind of, lacks. There's something about it that isn't quite connecting with me as strongly as the other songs from these, Produce 101. I guess from Produce 101, from both of those seasons. Like those groups and their music have. But of course, it isn't to say that as I listen to this song some more, to give you guys a couple of points that I want to talk about specifically, point out and highlight as things I like and things I don't. I might come around to it because I think this song is definitely one that I'm gonna have to listen to more, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do, because we're gonna listen to it some more, and I'm gonna be back with a little bit of a further review. Alrighty, before I get started with my review properly and talk about the 3 things of this song that I enjoyed in particular, I just want to say that, like I said a couple seconds ago, where I thought that as I listened to this song some more for this review portion, I would kind of start to get a feel for the song and enjoy it more and more and more. And that is actually the case. I think I ended up, listened to it twice, and I'm like, I'm really kind of feeling this song. The third time I was like more into it, and just as we listen to it some more, I get in more and more and more and more into the song. I'm not loving it. I'm not like super crazy. I'm not going like, oh my god, this is my favorite song ever. But it definitely is a song that I like more the second time, or the third time, or the fourth time than I did the first time that I listened to it. So let's get into some of the reasons why exactly it is that I like it. And we're going to start off with probably one of the most important things when it comes to the music video for a K-pop song, and that is the visual of this song or of this particular video. I like the visual of this song. I think that the visual aspect of the music video is probably one of, if not the most or the strongest parts of this song. And I mean, I just really like it. I mean, the visual aspect is probably the most important thing when it comes to promoting a K-pop release, because that is, of course, one of the things, the main things, the primary things that fans focus on when it comes to releases. Fans kind of focus on what the concept of a comeback is, or what the concept a group does, versus the kind of music, the genre of music and stuff like that. People talk about the concepts more than they talk about the music. And of course, there are the people that kind of go a little, crazy and all that stuff because of the visuals of individual members. They find them attractive, or they do things that they like, or, all the fan service kind of stuff. The visual aspect of K-pop is very, very important, and they do a really, really good job with this, creating visuals that are, striking, whether it's, with the members themselves or just the set design and all that kind of stuff. Like, everything that went into this, the color design, the entire picture and stuff like that is very, very, very nice. I particularly enjoy just the fact that there is a red color theme throughout the entire music video for the most part, which of course makes sense because the whole title of this song is La Vie in Rose. So that kind of makes sense. The fact that it's kind of focusing around the, rose like the flower. All of that makes sense that there would be red in this music video at some point, if not the entire music video. And they used the red, and they countered that and contrasted that with colors that contrast with red really, really well. So just all in all, it creates a really kind of subtle yet visually striking sort of aesthetic to the music video, which I personally really, really, really enjoy. The second part that I really, really enjoyed about this song, like I kind of said in my first impression portion of this video, the reaction segment, is just the pre-chorus is probably one of my favorite parts of the song, or if not the most favorite part of this song, closely followed by the verses. I really like the verses for some reason that I cannot necessarily explain. I think it's just the vocal aspect, the vocal, how the vocals of all the members kind of work together in the verses that I really enjoy. But we're talking about the pre-chorus, and the pre-chorus is the most impactful moment of the entire song. The chorus doesn't deliver the impact. The verses don't deliver any sort of impact. All of that kind of impact comes from the pre-chorus. And if you listen to the music, or if you heard the music, and the music track just in general makes it super obvious that this is the impactful moment. Like the impacts, you just hear it in the song. It just happens. Big moments that just crash down, and then there's nothing, and then all that stuff. You don't know what I'm talking about, listen to this and maybe you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. That music right there that kind of accentuates the impacts of the song is then enhanced by a little bit of the choreography and stuff like that, which the music in combination with the choreo is something that is super expressive and powerful, which is actually in contrast to what the chorus is that follows that, which is a little bit more, restrained and a little bit more delicate. And I think that contrast is really nice. I really enjoy that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I am a really big fan of the chorus. But putting the two of them together in the entire context of the entire song, I actually really do enjoy that a lot. And I think that without the whole pre-chorus and the impactfulness and all of that stuff of it, then the chorus would be really boring. And you can't have one without the other. It's just, I should say, the pre-chorus sets up the chorus to be something that is good and that is something that is memorable, and they kind of play off of each other really well. And so the final point of this song, which again, I kind of mentioned this in my reaction to this song, but I really do enjoy the way that, or how this song ended on an upbeat note, with an upbeat feel, rather than just kind of slowly winding down and fading into nothingness like I kind of expected that it might do. And that expectation that it might just kind of like fade into nothingness and then that would be it, is really kind of, again, set up by that dynamic from the pre-chorus to the chorus. The fact that you kind of had for the outro into that little bit of the outro something that was super energetic and all that stuff, and then kind of figured they were going to follow that with something that is counter to that, like they did with the pre-chorus and the chorus, that whole segment there. They didn't do that though. They kind of just kept that energy going. They injected maybe a little bit more for the final couple of seconds or so of that song, and it just is a really sort of positive end to the song. I like that. I enjoy the fact that for a song that kind of played with things that are a little bit more high energy, high tempo and all this stuff, with some stuff that is lower energy and lower tempo, that they kind of just kept this, they finished the song on a positive note like that. And it just, for some reason for me, I just really like that. It just kind of feels really good in the context of like this entire song. If it's a different song, if they'd done something different with the song, maybe I'd be saying something different. But in this instance, it actually is something that works out really well. And the fact that the song kind of just ends abruptly and like it just cuts off and then that's it, is also something that I kind of do enjoy as well. Because as I listen to the song more and more, or the first time I listened to the song, and then the second time and the third time, that sort of ending, that abrupt ending, especially the second time that I listened to it, was like, oh, I want to go back and listen to the song again. Kind of left you wanting a little bit more, especially when you consider the fact that the song ends on a high note. It kind of ends upbeat and you're kind of into that aspect of it, and then it just stops, and then you're like, but the music, the energy, I was grooving with that, I was vibing with that music, bring it back. It kind of just kind of leaves you with the cliffhanger that leaves you wanting more. And I really like that. So similar to how the whole chorus sequence plays off of each other, without the upbeat nature of the outro, then the abrupt end to the song wouldn't be as impactful as it would be otherwise, or as it would be if it wasn't so upbeat. So those are some of the things that I like about this song. Those are some of the things right now that I like about this song. I want to know what you guys are thinking about it, what you guys are liking about it, what you guys are not liking about it. If there is something that you don't enjoy about it, I want to know what you guys have got to say, because this community that I'm trying to build here is all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions, no matter what they are. So if you're interested in joining that community, of course, then click on the subscribe button down below so that you can stay updated with everything that we're talking about, and click on the bell icon to turn on notifications to make sure that you get my videos in your subscription feed. So with all of that being said, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot, and I will see you guys in another video coming up very, very soon.